It has become clear to me that leaders everywhere make the same major mistake. They work at the wrong level. In other words, they personally produce results that should be generated at lower levels. This mistake is readily observable in every major industry around the world. What I see most often is leaders spending much of their time solving today's problems personally, and not spending enough time anticipating and planning for the future or developing their people. Business performance suffers because leaders are not prepared for the inevitable new challenges. The performance pipeline addresses this deep-seated, long-standing problem by defining the purpose for each layer of the organization and the specific results required of leaders at that layer to ensure long and short-term business success. Further, to make people below them successful, leaders have to pass down the things required for them to succeed. These are also spelled out in the performance pipeline. This book reveals how work flows from top to bottom and defines the results each layer must produce, as well as what each layer must pass down to make the layers below successful. Over the last 40 years, I have worked with over 100 companies on 5 continents for a week or more, assessed over 1,400 leaders, completed over 40 CEO succession plans, and conducted several hundred work interviews designed to learn what leaders actually do. This book is based on what I have observed, learned, and practiced. Its premise, borne out by my experience, is that leaders develop best when they pursue the results that are right for their layer. This, in turn, makes businesses more likely to succeed. Contrary to other schools of thought, I have discovered that focusing on behavior has some value, but does not produce the needed development because the new behavior is too often applied to the wrong work. 10 years ago, a book called The Leadership Pipeline, which I co-authored, was published. New language and a new framework were introduced that changed the dialogue on leadership development and succession planning. The leadership pipeline is now known and accepted worldwide. One critical leadership pipeline idea that has added particular value is that transitions from one layer of the organization to the next are major events requiring changes in skills, work values, and time horizons. I have been asked repeatedly by leaders at every level for help on making these transitions. In the performance pipeline, I address these transition challenges on the basis of 10 years of new learnings and practices for transition management. Knowing the specific results required at each layer helps.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.